Okay, hey guys, this is Reverend Sean of the Center Path, and today we're going over version or section 2 of the Samsara Tanka, which I have right here next to me. And we're going to focus in today on the very hub or center of the wheel. There's a couple things we want to talk about with this is the icons and what they mean, and then kind of how it works. So this is going to be a shorter one because we're going to go through section by section. Now this, remember the Bhava Chakra, the wheel of becoming, the wheel of rebirth, the wheel of re-existence. Notice I didn't say reincarnation because that's not what we're talking about in this version. Reincarnation is more of a Vajrayana thing, and we're going to stick to rebirth, which is a little more traditional, exoteric Buddhist kind of idea. We'll talk about that later on. So anyway, if we look at this, here we can see the hub has three critters in it, and look, they should be kind of running around each other in most traditional pictures that we have, but this is the one I have and I like it. But we have the the bird, which is actually a rooster, a nice proud rooster. You know, he's walking. He's the king of the roost. He's the big guy. He's the tough man. He's really attached to the way he is, right? And then we have the snake, which is enmity, which is angry and um, mean and stuff like that. Now these are like just ideas, right? You know, the snakes aren't mean. I mean, you can have a pet as a snake. You can have a pet as a rooster. Roosters and chickens can be very calm and loving animals. But this is the idea we have, mostly from Hindu or actually old India, is they would see that these animals are like this, and they would say like, hey, look at that rooster thinks he's such a good home with so much pride. Like the evil snake will come into your house and bite you. And then the last one, the guy on the bottom, that's actually a boar or a pig. You know, they're pigs. They're like, oh, they're so ignorant. They'll sleep in anything and eat anything. They're so dumb. But actually, pigs are very smart. Okay, so with these three guys over here, they exemplify the three poisons. And the poison of pride, which is the rooster, the poison of enmity or angriness, right? That's the snake, and ignorance, which is the boar. Okay, now as we look at all three of these, sometimes you'll see there's actually two more. I think it's jealousy and craving or something like that in more Tibetan circles. There's five poisons, but really jealousy is just craving again. That's wanting more. And that's what really the rooster is all about. He just wants more. And the remedies for those, right, is going to be the remedy of of ignorance. The boar is wisdom. The the remedy of being too prideful is generosity, really is what it is a let go of things that you identify with. And then the snake, the remedy for that is compassion and loving kindness. We practice in Buddhism all the time, right? We practice those things as part of the four um, um, I can't remember what they're called, but I will remember in a minute. But those are like some of the main um, concepts in Buddhism, right? You know, like loving kindness and letting go of things and realizing impermanence and generosity and stuff like that. So that's what we're looking at with this part. Now, as we come out from here, we can like scroll out a little ways. We'll get into the next one too, which is going to be this is the wheels of karma, and as you work, or as you fall down and are lassoed by demons and brought into the netherworlds and stuff like that. But we're looking at this part here. Now, how do we use that in our daily lives? Well, we understand that there are times when we feel enmity, okay, and if we can catch it early enough, where we can be like, you know what, I'm being pretty cranky right now, and I'm being pretty like mad, and I don't like that, and I don't like them, and I'm really angry, and they're evil, and this is terrible. Like, how can we look at that differently? How can we change that so that we not deny their actions or deny their way of being or deny that anything happened, but to understand that it comes from this as a poison, right? And that the only way that we can fight it in ourselves is through compassion. And that's going to be through the metta bhavana, which is a meditation, actually, um, development of, and bhavana means to develop or to cultivate compassion for ourselves, for our closest beings that we have, for the families and friends and people we work with and people we hang out with and people that we don't even like and people that don't like us. As we develop that, we can then understand them better and develop more wisdom and empathy and understand where they come from. The second part too is that pridefulness. How do we get rid of pride in ourselves? We see other people with pride, and there's not much you can do, but you can understand that that's kind of a problem with the mind, of like thinking that they're going to be able to achieve something through this outside appearance, through this like achievements of some kind. Really, that doesn't give them any more value. But what we do is we use generosity to battle that in ourselves. So if we find that we're too proud of our stuff like our hair, we cut it off, right? That's one way to do it. Or we can get rid of some of our stuff, and that makes us, less prideful, less attached to it. The last one there at the bottom is the ignorance, which is the bore. And the bore with ignorance, very easy, we develop wisdom. And over time, these all connect with each other. All three of these will connect with each other. And we can liberate ourselves from the suffering of pride, from the suffering of enmity, from the suffering of ignorance. And we can help teach those others around us. And then we can understand that people do go through these things and it's okay. And we just need to work on ourselves. Right? So anyway, that's section one. That's what we have for our very first little video, or second video actually, of the Thangka of Samsara. And I'm going to let you guys go because it's been 6 minutes. I didn't want to go over 8 minutes ever on these, but there you go. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to subscribe. Go back and watch the other video, which is just the introduction. It's like a 5-minute introduction video to this. And we're going to continue on with section by section by section by section. Next time we're going to do this list around here. We're probably going to do this one first, which is good karma, doing such good and wonderful things, and then bad karma, getting bad. Anyway, talk to you later, and take good care of yourselves. We'll see you.